dose of entertainment. Yes, we're twins, and even though we look alike, our opinions may differ. So we're here to give you a double dose of all things entertainment and fun. And today we're here with Molly Music. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, hey.
Okay, mic's on?
Yep.
Okay, so again, we're here with Molly Music today. Thanks so much for being here at Loyola University. And just tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Well, just a country boy from Savannah, Georgia, playing a keyboard at church, you know, like most of the quote-unquote greats.
Yeah.
Singing, so I was able to be very familiar and get a ton of confidence musically, foundationally, and even spiritually at a very young age. Moved to California. My dad got a job out there. We're in Fresno, and it wasn't too many months later I was in Los Angeles, linked up with Holly Carter. That turned into Akon. That turned into BET Awards. That turned into RCA. That turned into Molly Is.
What
awesome.
was it like performing for BET? I mean, were you nervous before? Were you nervous, especially to perform to a very secular audience?
Yeah, well, I don't think nervous was the word, but I was kind of shaky until they called my name.
Yeah.
And that was crazy because, like, all the other stuff I didn't see in, like, my visions before, but the moment they said Molly Music and the guy's like, okay, you're on. I was right where I was there before, so everything on stage was familiar, and the audience didn't matter. As long as you have two eyes, a smile, maybe some people have one eye, but a smile and a soul, I think that the music can impact you.
Very good. And also, you know, BET was just a start. You performed on huge stages. Essence, what was it like to perform for Essence?
It was amazing. And it was crazy to actually hear and see your music be that effective to that many people coming out of those particular speakers.
Right.
It was just awesome and epic. And on stage, and I was also able to meet and see and break bread with a lot of other artists, and I was heavily inspired.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Who did you see that, you know, you had never met before at Essence? But I mean, everybody's there. Beyonce was there.
Everybody was there. It was awesome. Well, I'm in love with Beyonce's guitar player, BB. So I was able to talk to her. I love what she did, and she definitely, you know, gave me some time. Janelle Monáe was great and extremely unique. I also linked up with Jill Scott, and she was awesome, and she's kind of like the mother of what it is.
I think I saw a picture of you with Jill Scott.
Yeah, it was me, her, and Khan.
Okay.
So yeah, I was able to meet a lot of people.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Cool. What was the feedback like from the audience after that?
Many people were taken aback, and the thing that brought me the most happiness was over 70% of the people who came to me and said anything to me never heard my music before.
Wow.
So it's always good when you're not just watering the water, but when somebody's like, yo, I never heard you until tonight, and I love everything you do, and the next day, like, you can see them blasting on Twitter like they were Molly Music fans for like 15 years. So that's a beautiful thing.
It is. We had, once we, you know that we were going to interview and everything, I, of course, go to Google like everyone else. And I remembered in my head Google Molly Music, but our cousin actually does spoken word. And in one of his spoken words, he says Google Molly Music. So that's what kind of clicked.
Nice.
Oh, I know who he is. So what is it like working with Akon? I watched the 106 & Park interview. What was it like, is like working with him?
Well, it's beautiful. I never noticed until we met how musical he was.
Yeah.
So I love his choice of music, his interest, and also what he was able to accomplish internationally. The fact that he didn't get boxed into overly trying to please the house, and just was able to open up to everything that God had allowed, you know, his music to reach. And so now, whether Akon does no shows in America, he can do 5,000 shows anywhere else, and the fact that he's still relevant here and is going to make some major moves, I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's great. What do you hope? What is the main hope that you hope people take away from your music? Obviously, gospel music, you do it much different than the average gospel artist. And so, what do you hope that people take away from your music?
Well, I hope that people see the genre that, you know, God has given me, mixed with the presentation, the fun that I have on stage, and the assertiveness and confidence that I walk in, to be able to know that there's something being born. Life kind of ends when we recognize or feel that we've seen it all, we know it all, and we kind of have an idea. So wait, was this a country record? I know how this is going to sound. What is this, rock? Okay, what does it sound like this? But the fact that there's something that people can explain will cause them to listen to it and know that, you know, the world is not finished birthing things, the earth is not finished birthing things, and, you know, God is still creating.
Great. And where does your stage name come from, Natalie?
Yeah, well, my name is Courtney Jamal
Yeah.
Pollard, and I'm from Savannah, so everybody calls you by your middle name. So it was always Jamal, and my mom would embarrass me and call me Molly.
Okay.
I actually resented the name for years, but I recognized that it identified me musically, and it just fit perfect. Molly
Nice.
music.
And I heard on one of the interviews, I believe you were talking to CeCe Winans, that you were saying that Courtney writes music that only Natalie can perform.
Mm-hmm.
And of course that sparked my interest with, Nicki Minaj has so many things with alter egos, even Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of take on that and explain it to people who automatically think about Nicki Minaj and Beyonce? Obviously that's not you.
Yeah.
How would you take that?
Well, I think that everything is very, very safe with the persona.
Mm-hmm.
You have like President Obama. I'm sure that the way he speaks isn't the way that he talks to his children, you know what I mean, every day. But there is a way and a petition that he has to take, or a podium, in order to be accepted by so many different types of people. So Molly Music is the brand or the presentation of all the jumbled content that Courtney Pollard experiences.
Good. Interesting. And can you let us know a little bit of what's next for you?
Everything is next. I mean, we're here in, this radio station, so I'm definitely excited about getting something out. And, if the label is comfortable enough with allowing you and funding you the opportunity to be able to go places and shop, they must know that they're onto something great.
Yeah.
I've been working on this album for a really long time. It's been in the making of my life, and it's extremely clear, and I'm excited to see how it bounces off of people. So we're getting ready to drop. We just dropped the sampler on Twitter and Facebook and SoundCloud, which is 5 songs from the new album. Because I got to transition people, what's going on. And we're going to be releasing the first single, Fight For You, in January, and the album drops in March. And it's going to change everything, I'm sure of it. Mark my words.
Do you know any cities that you'll be visiting? We're not from Baltimore, we're from Jersey.
Right. On this tour, I know we're going to be doing Baltimore, Philly, Chicago, DC, Atlanta, and did I say New York already?
No.
That.
New York. All right, when you coming to New York?
When is New York? The
8th.
The 8th.
Okay. Of October?
Yep.
Oh, next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So come through.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to thank you so much again for your time. We're definitely going to play Ready Aim, which is on the new album, correct?
It is.
Okay. So this is a little bit of an unconventional time for Double Dose to be on. Usually we're on Fridays from 7 to 9, but we want to thank you so much for doing this for us. And can you just kind of plug what you're doing later on today? You have a show?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you guys for having me. It was awesome, and it was beautiful. I'm going to be at the Baltimore Sound Stage tonight at 8 o'clock with Raheem Devon. Me and my DJ Slow Mo, we just going to come out and do what we do, and I'm telling you guys, I don't think you want to miss it. It's going to be really good, so I'm tweeting it and really putting it out there. All I can do is open the invitation, but I can't explain what I believe you guys will receive, so it's going to be really good.
All right, well, thanks so much for joining us again today. We're going to play Ready Aim right now.
Let's go.
So, there you go.
Thanks, guys.